Oh yes! This is it! Yes! Cortana, baby! I've been requesting this forever and I finally got to draw on her, so let's do this, man! Let's put on our helmets from Halo and rock this world! The Covenant scum is gonna get your ass whipped! I am pumped right now, man, I'm pumped! Halo was such a great experience, oh my gosh! The first time I played was actually on the PC, and it sucked so bad because my computer was so slow, man! It was horrible, like, I don't even know why I played it through, but so that was a bad first experience. I mean, I loved it, but I had to play in the minimum bare settings. Things look like jagged pieces all over. And remember that last ending where you're driving the Warthog, everything's blowing up? It would stop. It would stop like every 3 seconds. Action, pause for 5 seconds. Action, 3, and then pause. It was the worst ending. The computer ruined the experience for me. I was like, this sucks, but I wanted to beat it. I was determined. And then my friend let me borrow an Xbox, and I finally played it, pure experience, no net lag, running the Xbox. And that was the first time I ever played a game like that, you know, on kind of this next-gen system. And that made me want to get the 360. That's kind of the history behind that. And I loved it, man. When I saw those alien spaceships landing, oh, damn, that got me pumped. I was like taking out those little warts, those little freaking scopes of the bastards. Oh man, I was so pumped about that. I loved it too, those little grunts, you sneak up on them, and then I got the spaceship, I was flying the ghost. My adrenaline was pumping so hard that first time, so let's do this. Let's draw her. Oh man, this is good. Real quick though, before I get started, this one was a big challenge, not because of what I'm drawing, but mainly because I couldn't get a good reference in terms of what Cortana to draw, because you know there's four Halos in it, so I'm kind of basing off kind of the fourth one of her style, and I'm using like a real good photo, and I'm going to kind of mix it with my own style again as usual. But just want to let you all know that was kind of the challenge to get which one am I going to choose, because I couldn't really sketch a lot of them. It's a lot different to do, so let's start on this. So this is a little challenge. This definitely is a big challenge. Know what we're dealing with here, but I'm going to approach it like the same way. I'm going to not make the challenge a mental block for me. You know, I'm just going to go like I've been teaching, and I'm going to simplify things a little bit. I'm going to start with the head, and she's got kind of a slender head. Slender man. But the chin's real subtle, and the reference I'm using compared to the actual game, the game itself, it's a little slender looking head or face. But see, I'm just starting with this, and notice I'm doing a simple outline right now, and that's kind of just because I think it'll go better for this drawing to start with this shape, you know, like a little face. And like I always stress, you know, don't worry about getting it like your reference, or don't worry about getting it. Just kind of go with what you feel is appealing. And all I'm doing here, I'm just loosely getting a gesture. Notice this shoulder up here, contrapposto, a little tilt baby. This shoulder kind of is a little raised higher than this. And also notice how the head, see how it's about that wide, and notice the shoulders are about almost like a head width. And, you know, just play around with it. And the big thing is, when you're drawing a complicated drawing, like her face got so much detail in it, but luckily I found an image that kind of tones the detail down a bit more, and which really helps a lot by doing that. And see, I'm just making basic lines, and the body, I'm going to make a kind of, see, I'm just making a little guideline down the middle just to show, you know, it'll go about right here. All I'm doing is marking areas. See how loose I'm keeping? I'm telling you, ever since I learned gesture and ever since I've been applying it, I've been feeling more confident with drawing, because it's just, like I always say in all these videos, I don't have that fear anymore. I used to have such a fear of screwing something up or starting something wrong. And now, when you do gesture, that fear is eliminated. Because see, I'm just doing lines, little outlines, loose lines, guideline. That fear is eliminated, because now I'm not concerned about any lines that look flimsy, or, you know, I'm just concerned about getting a basic forms down. And I might make it a little slender, the arms. I might make them a little slender. But you know, it's however you feel fit. She is kind of a, you know, Master Chief sidekick. Yes! She is, you know, a heroic character. So you kind of want to, in my opinion, make the shoulders a little broader because she is, I mean, she's female, but also she's got that heroic quality. So you don't want to make it too wide like a football player. She's not a man. She's a woman. Dak! And see what I'm doing? And then this little line will come here. We'll make the breast and things. And real slender. See, she's slender like this. I'm making a line here to mark kind of the belly button area. And usually it's about 1/3 proportions. I'm doing it. Notice I'm not making marks for that. I'm just doing it mentally. I'm taking mental notes. The head is about 1/3 the whole chest where the breast will sit. And then about another 1/3 where the belly button. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but those are really basic proportions. And I still have a lot of learning with proportions, but I don't worry about it as much as I used to. Because when I used to worry about getting exact proportions, it would make my drawings look stiff. Because I noticed I was more concerned about making things perfect instead of instead of going at it from the eye and looking at it and being like, well, this is my take on it. This is kind of how I like it to look. I hope that makes sense. Let me check here if it's recording. Oh, yes, it's looking good already. Oh yeah. What I was getting at is though, when you're drawing something very complicated, like Cortana from Halo 4, it's important to keep in mind what's your goal. You know, I always stress what's your goal. For this one, I don't want to make it overly complicated, so I'm going to simplify the nose. I'm going to still keep it looking like her, but simplify a lot of things. Let's see how this kind of arches, and her waist gets big. And notice the belly button. That's how it is, right where the curves are kind of coming in right there. Notice how the belly button kind of sits on that line. And that's why I made this guideline, because this line here shows the torso, the way it's curving. And please, I hope this looks good. I'm so nervous. And you know, I am going to do a little center line down the middle. And the eyes, sit about half. So I am marked. See how, you see though every drawing I do, and that's kind of what I really hope all of you guys and gals out there, that's what I hope you all understand, is that with every drawing, notice how I'm approaching it a different way. I don't tend to go about everyone, like I don't tend to start everyone with just the head, or I don't start everyone with the same approach, and that's because it's whatever I feel is easier. And as you get more confident at drawing and things, you'll start to see that's how it is. Whatever you feel will make it the easiest for you, also the best way. That's what you want to do. So for the breast, she's got natural. She's all natural. She's a woman. Oh, she's a real woman, baby. Oh, I love this woman, baby. She makes my heart melt. But notice, I really do need a lot more practice with drawing breasts. And there's a lot of good references on Pinterest. But notice how they kind of, the energy kind of lowers down. See how it kind of just droops down. And I'm bashful right now. My face is turning a little red. I'm not allowed to look at things like this. Don't tell anyone. But see how it's kind of like that? And notice though how it falls on that center line. And we're going to add value into it. So I'm just doing a basic guideline here. But also, like I said before, very important. I'm going to cut that because she's got a lot of those designs on her. But real important, notice how it's like 1/3, see that? And see how wide that is. So look at the contrast, or the proportions rather. And then this starts about right there. And notice how this one just droops. It's almost like a U. It really is like a U that curves upward. But like I said, definitely look at Pinterest. They have a lot of great references just for anatomy and female anatomy and things. But it is important to understand because, especially if you draw a lot of female superheroes and stuff. what was I thinking of? Yeah, if you draw a lot of female superheroes, you've got to understand how anatomy, even the breasts, you know, how they fall and how they shape. Because you know, when I was first drawing females, they just didn't look right. They weren't proportioned right. They weren't just like any type of anatomy, like arms or anything. And that's kind of what you learn. I still need a lot more practice with anatomy. But getting back to this here, see, I'm just making these little curves. Oh, it started! It's starting to form. But see the lips? I'm just keeping a very simple lip face and bottom lip. It's hard to do this. It is very hard to do this because she is a computer generated character, you know. So I'm just trying to incorporate as much as I can while keeping her looking like a drawn, like a comic style. I kind of want to. I'm going to start with the hair because the hair covers, but it just the reference I'm using. The reason I'm using this reference is because I love the way the hair looks. It's got this real nice parting effect. And I'm going to angle it somewhat so it covers some of the neck. But just it comes up, and really love the hair. And the hair makes Cortana. Oh, yes! The hair makes her who she is. My hair makes me who I am. I am a man because of my hair. My chest hairs, my hairs, and my arms. Hey, I got hairs in my nose now too. I'm getting old. But see all this? And it just comes down in the beautiful hair. Beautiful flowing hair. Wonderful, beautiful hair. Hair in my butthole. I got hair everywhere. But see how it just kind of flows? I'm going to work on the hair more. I'm just getting basic kind of shape. But see how you always want to start with the head first? That's a big tip. You know, you never want to draw the hair without what's underneath. You got to know the forms underneath. And then for the nose, she's got this nose, but I'm going to simplify it a ton. You can see the nostrils in the drawing, but like I said, I'm just making a very simple nose, and the way we're going to define her is, I made the nose a little too high. Let me lower some things here. The way we're going to define her is, see, it's one third proportion than another. See, it's about 1/3 from there, 1/3 to the jaw there. The way we're going to define her is through the markings on her body and the face. You know, the face, it's not going to be like exact replica of what she looks like, but we're going to have an idea here. I'm just marking the eyes. I'm not concerned about getting her facial features as much as I am getting the body, like I said, with the markings, all this. I'm going to erase some. Let's see the eyes. I'm kind of going to add my own style to the eyes. Because remember, she is, so I'm kind of just making it a little rounder. Like I said, I'm kind of making the face my own interpretation. I mean, because I just don't worry about the face as much. I'm just going to do a simple, I'm going to come back to the face because I'm still kind of messing around. Let me work on the body some more and get back to the face. That's something too you want to do. You don't want to focus in one area too much because sometimes you may not like the way it looks and things. And I might make the eyes smaller actually too. So I'll kind of go back to that. Let's work on the main areas, which are the designs. But really, firstly, let's do the shading, like under the neck. I'm going to do the shadow last, but the main areas is like under the neck here. Right here you got value coming down on the abdominal muscles, under the breast. I'm just cleaning things up a bit. Let's see how it's looking. So I'm just gonna make those forms. Firstly, there's like a line that comes here, and erase any guidelines you don't need anymore. That way, it's a lot easier to work with. Like right in here, see all these little guys. Then this will be the fun part. This is like the fun part. This is the part where you can really have fun because you're not worried about the forms anymore. You're worried about the design aspect. And you know, it's like I said in another video. It's almost like you're working on a video game model, which is ironic that because she is a video game. What did you know? What did you expect? What did you judge? But what I'm getting at is, you know, it's kind of like with when you're doing that, where you'll start with the wire frame and then you'll build it and then you'll add textures and you'll keep going. Drawing is very similar in that regards, where it's like you'll start with a rough sketch, then you'll start adding maybe a little more detail, and that's what's really amazing about drawing. And so let's start with this. I'm just going to keep it simple and then we're going to work on the shapes. For this side, see how it just curves up, and I'm keeping it very simple, my own kind of little style. And notice I'm not adding any details. All I'm doing right now is adding where the lines go. There's a line there. There's a little sliver back here. I'm just keeping it very loose. And I might fix the face in the final version too. You know, I'm always kind of messing with it after I'm done. But like right here, the basic shape kind of comes down and meets where the belly button is. And see how it's got this little shape that just wraps right nice under there. And this to me is the fun part, because you will see the finished drawing and the shapes kind of come down, wrap around the waist. It's got these really intricate designs. I'm going to really bring a lot of these bold lines in. And I'm telling you, you will love drawing. The more you kind of draw like this and the more you're looser with your drawings, you will love it more and more. But then this line comes in. I'm really simplifying it. I'm not putting in as many lines and things as should be. I'll kind of go back in the final video and do that, but for now, just to show you the basic lines. Right here, notice how it gets wider. Let's see how it kind of follows that. And it comes in. It's just like that. It jets up and it wraps around. There's a lot of little details here. Let's see, it comes around and it goes under, right under there. And this comes up and it's got another little section. Kind of like that. I'm going to edit everything. And then the arm, you can make a mark about right here, and there's a lot of little detail. Kind of like a circle face, with, not a circle face, but a half circle shape. And basically, you know, that's the major forms you got. The face, I want to keep it almost like anime-ish in terms of its eyes. See how I'm making a little like that. I'm having trouble with the nose right now. I'm trying to get the nose in. But see, I'm keeping a very, very basic female face. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do the nose. This is bothering me. I think I'm just going to keep it with the simple, a few simple lines, just to show, see what I'm saying? Something like that. I think I'm going to keep it very simple, because in the Halo 4 she has a real defined face, you know. I mean, it's like a human pretty much, but I don't want that to look like this in my drawing. I want it to look simpler, because you know, if I have a real, and that's something else you got to learn with drawing, it's harmony and consistency. If you have a real realistic face, but the body looks kind of more cartoonish, more like anime style or whatever. It's not going to match, and people are going to notice that, and then it won't look as appealing. So I'm just making a very simple now. Oh! Oh! Yes! See how that little smirk on her face, that little serious smile, she's got that determined look. And I'm not going to put her lips, I'm just going to keep a very simple face. And I'll add the values in. Oh man, oh baby, yeah! So let's start outlining things and bringing some shapes. I'm going to start with the hair, being that's the closest to the camera, technically speaking. And she's got these beautiful strands of hair. Oh man, I love a female with hair like this. And it just kind of comes down. Notice how I'm going to chop the hair and make it like this. The image has it where it's like flowing, but I like that sharp, pointed look, kind of like there. And then I'm just doing. See, notice how I'm bringing it from the roots of where the hair technically would be. And notice how I'm just bringing it out. And don't worry about hair. Hair is fun to draw. And you just gotta think of the basic shape and the roots. Where are they coming from? And sometimes you want to draw every single line. Like I'm starting to shade, but I'm going to shade that all in later. Let's see, like that side. Then this side, they've got a couple of strands. So I'm just, and notice, see that nice line the pencil just made? Oh my gosh, what a line! What a line, baby! See that line it just made? The reason is because sometimes your pencil, when you're using old standard pencils, the tip will get dull. So all you got to do is rotate it just a tad bit, and you get a nice sharp point. That's the tip of the day, baby. Isn't that ironic? I said tip when we're talking about the tip of the pencil. What are the odds about that? And see back here, I'm going to kind of keep the hair the same, kind of that sharp pointed look, where it kind of curves in. And then the face. Oh yes, oh yes. She's making love through her eyes. Her eyes are looking into my soul and loving me. And see, like this, same thing. And this, where the roots are, will add value, but I'm just kind of showing all that there. But see how simple it is? The hair is not anything too complicated, just very simple shapes and things. Let's see how it's looking. Oh, yes! Oh my gosh, I'm about to freak out right now. I never drew a female like this, like Cortana. So I'm freaking out because it is going good. It is almost done. So to finish up, make your bold outlines where the edges are and stuff. See how I'm just doing this where the outlines are? Kind of make them darker, especially like right here, the breast are. And really we're going to start finishing up the final markings, values, and everything else we need. But see, I love bold lines. I always love comic book looks, manga, different things like that. I just love bold lines. I love simple black and white ink drawings. You can see I'm enjoying this drawing a lot. And the other breast here. So I'm just really defining lines. I'm going back with this pencil. And I highly recommend, you've seen me in past videos using mechanical. It only depends what I'm drawing. Lately, I stick with a B Stadler pencil. It is by far, to me, the best feeling. I absolutely love this pencil. I would not trade it for any other pencil. I would not trade it for the magical pencil of Zeus. I won't trade it for any pencil. I love this pencil. And see the lines, and the reason I love it is because see how we started? You can get nice sketchy light lines, that you really get bold dark lines. It's a Stadler B. I'm going to do a video on all my art supplies this week. Then to finish up these little lines, this is where it gets technical, and I'm going to switch, ironically, talking about the mechanical, how I've not used it, I'm going to switch to it to get the little detail lines in. I'm just taking a paper so I don't smudge the drawing. And this drawing is probably going to be like over 30 minutes. And thank you all the fans, because you are leaving me amazing feedback. People have been saying how much they prefer the longer videos, so I'm going to keep making them long. That way you all can, oh my gosh, that way you all can watch it and learn. And see these little, see I'm just doing simple shapes. See the shape there, that's one shape. I'm not keeping it exactly like what she looks like. I'm doing it my own little style just to give it, because I can't do it exact. It's just too much. It'll mess up, it'll clutter the thing. But I'm just keeping it very loose, organic. And like I said, I'm using the mechanical pencil now. And see how each little line, see how we're going over the lines we made before, but we're also marking it. Spots gets skinnier and wider. See how it goes. But very important, which is crucial, because this is, I noticed on a lot of her designs, right here there's like these 6 circles, or 9. We're just going to do a few. So there's just little circles right here. And this is why you need a mechanical pencil, because a normal pencil cannot get such detail in that degree. And then right here there's a little line, just like an opening from her to, oh my god, look at this! Like a little line here. I'm going to go back and erase all the lines, but I really want to finish up. Let's work on the eyes. We're jumping around, but see how they're just real nice eyes. She's got that determined look in her face. And you want to get used to shadows with the nose here. But the pupils, you don't want to overwork the pupils, but you want them to look pretty big. And she's got a little highlight. I'm keeping it very simple, the pupils, nothing fancy. I'm going to come back and work the highlight in better on this side. Nose. That's about it, everyone. And just think of the value, which would be going like under the breast here. There'd be a value there, value within here, and just really work up the values. And like right here, I'm going to work on this a little. So from here on out, I'm just going to finish up these lines, because this takes a lot of detail, and it's a matter of just time. So thanks for watching, and I hope you're still watching if you made it this far. And I'm loving these requests. Thank you for these amazing requests, everyone. Everyone's a different challenge, and I appreciate your support on choosing. That's why I love drawing, because I just learning so many different things. Over here, there's like these 3 little slots. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. But really pay attention. Look at a Halo 4 of Cortana. Just search that on Google real quick, and you can see the amount of detail that goes into this. And it's real easy sometimes to get discouraged, because you'll see that and you'll be like, oh my gosh. Then you'll look at a drawing and it just won't even come close. But you always have to remember this is a drawing, and that's what I always stress, is that you're limited to what you can do with the drawing versus computer things. And you know, I want to just keep it within the style I was going for. And so all these little shapes. See how these little shapes are coming in? There's like another little opening here. There's another one. And look, I'm just shading back in here. Give it more depth. I'm going to shade the abdominals. Yeah, but basically that's about it. Please let me know if these videos are too long, though. I don't want to take away new fans and new subscribers. Like if they see and they're like, oh my gosh, just 40 minutes long. You know, I don't want that to happen. So let me know. But I want to put so much content into each video, so y'all, because a lot of you fans really have said it's helped you. So I kind of want to keep it like that. But I don't want to overwhelm you either, where it just feels like such an epic challenge. Basically, you know, that's about it there. And see how it's coming down? Belly buttons. I'm going to just finish it up. That's about it. We'll probably edit it about right there, I'd say. Yeah, about like right there. Now all I'm really doing is adding a bunch of different designs. Kind of like computerized designs and things. So I'm just... oh crap! So I'm just having a fun time now. I think that's about it, everyone. And I'm going to work on some more, but thanks for watching and more videos on the way. Thank you.